prompted you to get into this line of business?
Our organization is Maple SME Resource Center, and this came about by a group of entrepreneurs. Between ourselves, we have an experience of over 20 years in business, and we found out that a lot of guys are going through the same issues, just running their business. You find by the third year already challenges are coming in. It's scattered all over in business clubs and business forums, but where as a business person you can come in and 360 your challenges are be able to address were not there. So the Resource Center came in with programs that specifically speak to SMEs, whether we have 6 programs under that. We have training, we have a business club, we have events that are basically for SME. We have a center that we are going to implement in the course of the year, where the incubation will happen, business library, research, policy, document on business and in regards to SME. We are trying to address business, as a passion, where we're looking that when graduates are coming into the market, not 100% are looking to go into employment, 50 to go into employment, 50% to go into entrepreneurship. And the reason for that is that some of the Vision 2030 that Kenya as a country is looking to achieve, the Millennium Goals that have been put, a very big chunk leans on entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not one of the things that we encourage to learn about when in school, and as a resource center we are looking to be able to, what we actually say, economic empowerment through entrepreneurship.
What challenges do SMEs face?
The main challenges from our own experience with the SMEs is accessibility for information. We find a lot of this, you cannot be able to walk into any center and as a business person or a person inspiring into going into business and be able to get your answers, your challenges addressed. Finance is also one of the biggest factors that SMEs are continuously finding as a challenge for their business, especially even in the startup area. You can have a very good idea, but the traditional financial institutions that are out there in the market right now mainly work with organizations that have already established themselves. So you find along the way a lot of good ideas are not being implemented because a financial institution did not buy into the idea or did not want to fund a startup to be able to work with that. The other bit that we find that is mainly a challenge that also SME face is being mentorship, networking forums. The meaning for mentorship is just to be able to speak to somebody who's been there, to understand what it means to be in business, what are the challenges that you face in the sector, and be able to also learn the pitfalls that you can be able to not go through by the virtue that you actually spoke to somebody in the same industry who's been running that business for that period of time.
What are your future plans?
Moving forward for us is to be able to cement the programs that we have. The programs came about by the research, the data, the statistics that we've been able to collect over the last 4 years according to what as a business person in Kenya they're facing. Again, as I said, our training have now become more countrywide, where each and every month we do entrepreneurship training in Nairobi and outside Nairobi, because entrepreneurship is not only concentrated within the city center but also Nairobi. The club has been continuously growing as a networking forum where people can be able to share information, can be able to network, we can do trade missions, we can be able to do long-term courses, and that is something that we want to make it much stronger, whereas our members are scattered all over the country of where we have done the training, but now to run as their own entities. So we're talking about, if you go to Kericho, you'll find an SME club by Kericho business people, and they're being able to run their programs with the mother company being in Nairobi. With our online center, this is a platform that you're going to use to communicate to our members mainly. It's an interactive where they can be able to come in, share information, learn about what is happening, when we're coming next to where they are, and such things. And then, as I said, the last two, which we are working between this year and next year, is to have a revolving fund for our members to be able to borrow, to grow their company, to start their company for expansion.
What advice would you give to current and aspiring SMEs?
Opportunities are many. The ground has been laid open for SMEs to be able to embrace business, to be able to do it properly, and we are looking at some of the SMEs that are right now starting out to be the future corporations in the next 5 to 10 years, where we'll be having very good success stories, and the issue about the third year business failing will be something of the past.